guys, welcome back. I know I've been gone for like 3 weeks or so. I took a break because I was really dealing with a lot of work in my personal life. If you guys don't know, we actually hosted a dance ball, like it's a competition thing last week. We actually have a video, it's like a recap video. If you guys want to check it out, I'll put it up here. First of all, if you're new here, hi, my name is Shia. I'm a transgender woman living in China, and also I'm an entrepreneur who's trying to build her business here in China. And in today's video, it's nothing about business. It's all about my personal life. So ever since my ex-boyfriend and I broke up, I've been on dating apps like on and off for like a couple of months. I was like never like active on those apps because like I'm just not a fan of dating apps. But I figured I would just do a video talking about my experiences, and also I did post a question on Facebook, Instagram, and my WeChat to ask you guys if you want to know anything about my personal life, my dating life. So I'll answer them as well in this video, and I'm pretty sure we'll have like more videos like this in the future. So this is going to be, I guess, like part 1 of the series. So yeah, if that's something that you're interested in, then definitely consider subscribing to the channel, and let's jump right into the video. So a little bit more information about myself. As I said, I'm a transgender woman. I identify myself as a woman, and I date men. My sexuality is man, which makes me a straight woman, a straight transgender woman. So I just want to, make it clear, like how you identify yourself and what you like, who you like, are 2 different concepts. Okay, so the guys who go out on dates with me, they are straight men mostly. Not mostly, actually. I've been going on dates with almost just all like straight men. The only guys I've dated, the only guy I've sort of dated back in high school was a gay man, but that was like before my transition, which I will get into that later. But that was really it. Like ever since then, all the men I've dated, they are all like straight men. So I just want to make it clear so that people don't get confused. Like, oh, like if a guy dates you, like, is he considered like a straight man or a gay man? So like, yeah, they're all straight. Oh yeah, one more thing. I have completed my surgery already, so I have a vagina. So it's like a lot of people said, you are a complete woman now, and yeah, just wanna add it to the conversation so that you don't get confused. Oh, and also my boobs are real. I actually just made a video like last month about this. The whole topic, the whole video, just about my boobs. So if you wanna check that out, I'll put it right there. So yeah, to talk about my dating experience or my dating life, I would say it's been pretty good. Like I know that there are a lot of trans women or trans men out there who cannot pass 100% as the gender that they identify themselves as. So like it creates a lot of like troubles for them. But in my case, I would say I'm doing quite well when it comes to like passing as a woman or like dating as a woman. I barely heard man. My cat is drinking water right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Darfield, where were we? Oh, we're talking about passing, yeah. My brain, I'm getting old. So, my dating life has been quite smooth ever since I started my transition. I guess it's just because I do have like a softer like facial feature, and my skin has always been like, pale and smooth in my entire life, even before my transition. So like, I didn't really have like a big problem like transitioning to become a woman, but since my skin and my face and my everything has always been like kind of like this in my entire life. So in today's video, I'm not going to talk about like too much about the passing part. So yeah, so like in my dating life, guys I've dated have been quite nice to me, I would say. Not a lot of people disrespected me. There are times when things went ugly and guys like disrespected me. I'm not gonna like dig in and talk about all those like bad experiences. I want to turn them into like very detailed videos in the future. So yeah, subscribe and tea time in the future. So in general, I would say for a lot of the trans women out there, they've been complaining about guys disrespecting them or like not recognizing them as who they are, which is a big issue in the trans community, like in the dating world. You know, a lot of guys just don't really treat women, like treat transgender women as women, which is very problematic. I think it's just not fair. Like I don't know if that's okay to say in front of the camera, but like I can't tell you like how many times I've realized that guys were jerking off using my pictures, but they don't really respect my women's rights. You are their sexual fantasy. They want to try you, but they don't really like give you that respect that they would usually give to cisgender women. This is just like the number one thing that I cannot, like just this always pisses me off, especially on Tinder, like apps like Tinder. Oh my god, like it's just, that app makes me want to vomit. One thing I've realized that, not just me, but also like I feel like for a lot of transgender women out there as well, I feel like a lot of guys just keep on sexualizing us. You know, they see us as like a sexual fantasy, like a sexual object. They don't really recognize us as cisgender women. I mean, we're not cisgender women, but they don't recognize us as women, and they don't give us the respect that they would usually give to cisgender women. And I just think the whole situation is really bad, really like effed up. And you don't eat that. That's not your food. Sorry, my dinner is here. My cat is trying to eat the dinner. And also the second thing that I've realized that guys would do to me, I mean to us, to all the women out there actually, is that they are usually not sure about what they want with you when they are with you. Like for example, there were a few times when, especially one of my ex-boyfriends actually, when we were kind of like dating, everything was like so good. We're like laughing together and we hung out together. It was a lot of fun, and at the time I was like about like 24 years old, I think. Yeah, and then he was like 20, I think he was like 2 years older than me, or something like that. I don't remember, but like, it was like a very fun time being together and just hanging out with friends and, you know, having like house parties and stuff. But one thing I've realized from him was that he was so terrified when it comes to like social media, when it comes to like posting our pictures together on social media, especially if there's a photo of me and him being like super close together, he would always like be like anxious. And there was a few times when he actually asked me like, can you like take it down, like can you like just, you know, like I don't want you to tag my name, this and that, like what if my family sees it and stuff like that. And it was just like really bad. Like it was just such a turning point, but like a bad point, you know what I mean, in that relationship, because once I started realizing like he was doing this to me, I started feeling like off, you know. I understood. I mean, like it's a risky thing to do when you have like a traditional family. Like he's a medical student and he's like parents, his whole family were counting on him. He's Indian. Like you can imagine, like coming from a very like traditional Indian family, what your parents would expect from you. So I don't blame him, but I just wish he would tell me the truth, like what he was really thinking, how he really felt at the time, so that I wouldn't have to just like keep on guessing myself, you know what I mean? And that happened several times in my dating life. So it's really just like something that I don't really appreciate. I just wish guys would just tell me sooner, and then we would like figure things out together, you know. And I wish that less guys would have problems when it comes to this part, because I am who I am, and when I love a person, when we are in love, we are in love. And I really don't want this part to be like the breaking point, like my parents are not gonna say yes to this and this and that. Like it's really a bummer, and I really hope that I don't have to deal with that in the future. The third thing I will always have in mind when it comes to like dating, especially for the first time, is that I always want to make sure that this guy is not trying to just like fuck around and trying to be like oh, I haven't tried a tranny before. Like I wanna try you. I wanna experience that with you. You know, it can teach me something, or I can practice things that I've watched from Pornhub or like, you know, those websites on you. Cause I've bumped into a lot of guys like that. Like I said, back to the first point. Like guys sexualize me a lot, especially being a Asian trans woman. I don't know. I think it's because of like the Thai situation. I feel like a lot of guys, when they first discovered like, oh, like, so transgender girls exist in China as well. Oh, I want to try that. I want to experience that. You know, like how much do you charge? Like guys would always assume that I was a sex worker. Guys would always assume like I would do sex like easily with them. Like I would be so willing to do it with them, because like of course I'm just horny AF and like I have no self-respect. That's what they always have in mind about me when they first met me, knowing that I'm a transgender woman, an Asian transgender woman. This I hate so much. I hate it so much. I just wish guys like didn't do that a lot, but unfortunately guys do that a lot. And the next thing, guys always wonder what's down there. If you guys know me or follow my social media, you will know that I have completed my gender confirmation surgery. I'll put a video up here as well, so go and check it out. So yeah, I can comfortably say I have a beautiful vagina, a very functional one. I'll make a video about that in the future as well. I'm very impressed by the result, and I want to talk deep about that. So yeah, I have a vagina, but it's that's the thing, okay? This is not something that I just write on my profile, or something that I would just like go out and yell in public and be like, hey guys, I have a vagina! Like, no. I don't do that. I don't know about others, but I don't do that, okay? And that's also one of the reasons why I don't put like I am transgender on my Tinder profile as well, because I feel like if I put that without saying I have a vagina, okay, don't get me wrong about that, but this is only my personal feeling, okay? Like, I feel like if I say I'm a trans woman without saying I have a vagina, I feel like guys will jump into stereotypes and feel like I am less of a woman. I know it's not true. I know it's not right to say that, but like sometimes personally that's just like kind of like my inner fear. Like I don't want guys to just like think of like stupid things, things that are not true about me, and just like skip me or like say like weird things to me or something like that. Because the internet is crazy. It's fast, everything's fast, relationship, friendship, everything's fast, and I feel like people don't really have a lot of time to like get to know you on the internet. So like people just always like just only take a few seconds just to quickly browse like who you are, what you do and stuff like that, and to decide like whether they want to match you or not. And this like trans having surgery done, this kind of like big topic, I really just want to say before later in the conversation, not something that I would just like put it like up front and be like, hey, like check this out. Like it, to me, it doesn't feel right. I just think it's a little bit too much for people, for strangers. I mean, that's just my way of dealing with like, you know, online dating and stuff. But yeah, like stereotypes, like people wondering what's down there, you know, things like that. I've dealt with similar situations all the time. But I would say these days, things are getting better. I don't know if that's just me or like people are really like learning things these days, but I've definitely met some super cool dudes who really respect me. They don't really ask like questions at all, and they really just like wait until I get comfortable first, so that I would tell them more about me instead of like, you know, having them asking me questions. It's like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So yeah, I did collect some questions from Facebook, Instagram, and WeChat. So we are gonna look into a few and then I'll try to answer them. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna answer all of the questions. I'm gonna save some for future videos as well. So in today's video, I'm just gonna answer those general questions. You know, questions that are more about my dating life, like how I date as a woman, how I date normally, you know. So I won't be focusing too much on this like being transparent. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure there will be like a part 2 coming soon in the future. So the first question is from Thompson. He asked me, what's the red flag on the first date? I would say for me, the red flag on the first date would be either the guy bragging about himself way too much, or the guy asking a lot of like weird questions, like sexual questions. I mean, I don't know, I just feel like when guys ask me a lot of questions when they first meet me, it's like they're like Googling me or something like that. It's like I'm a computer and like you're like using me to like Google something. Like I'm like Wikipedia or something. Like I'm just like sitting here and answering all the questions in your mind, you know. I don't know, it feels weird to me. And also I feel like when guys are like asking way too many sexual questions, it's really showing that they're focusing so much on the sexual part of you instead of like the spiritual side. Like they don't really respect how you feel, like whether you're like comfortable or not with the question. They just like keep on like throwing questions on you without like respecting your feelings. So yeah, I would say the red flag in my dating life, you know, on the first date especially, would be the guy bragging about himself like way too much, or just like him asking a lot of like questions, like sexual questions, without considering my feelings. Because I feel like whether it's like bragging about himself too much or asking too many sexual questions, either case I feel like the guy is just like very like self-centered, very like selfish. Second question, how do you consider it a successful date or not? Bills usually go Dutch. What to do on a date? That's a lot of questions. If I can have an endless conversation with the guy on the first date, if we can laugh a lot on the first date, you know, when I feel close to him on the first date, I can say that I want to see him the second time, the third time, and I would want to, you know, to be closer to him, to get to know him more. There are stuff that we can talk about, we can share together, and that matters a lot in my dating life, because I'm not gonna date someone who's like boring, you know. I can't handle a man who's just like having like a 9 to 6 life and just like I just can't. Do I go Dutch or not? Yes, I do. I normally pay my own bills because I don't know, I feel like when we fight for gender equalities, we need to not only consider women's rights but also men's rights. So I feel like men and women are both equal when it comes to, I mean, it's not that equal when it comes to like work, business, career. It's still like a man-dominated world, and there's still a lot of things out there that we need to change in the future. But when it comes to dating, I tend to be like fair. I don't have like a good balance with my partner, so I don't want him to feel like dating me is like a burden, like he's gonna have to spend all his money on me and stuff like that. I know this like spending money on the girls situation is like very common in the Chinese dating world, but I'm just like personally not a fan of it. However, it's still nice if a guy wants to pay for me, but I'll always remember, if he pays for me this time, then next time when we go out on a date, on a second date, third date, I want to pay him back. Or there's gonna be things here and there that I want to do for him to make him feel like he got the attention, he got the love, you know. I just think that's my way to have like a healthy, balanced, good relationship with men. Oh, and about this what to do on the first date, I just usually go on like a dinner date with guys on the first date, because I feel like guys have concerns as well when it comes to like the first date, because I mean, you're meeting for the first time, you don't really know each other that well. In a practical way, they don't want to spend way too much on someone that they just met. And same thing for me as well. I don't want to pay too much on someone who I just met. So yeah, a simple dinner date is usually what I would do. And if things go really well, then we will take like a night walk, you know, because I love like late night walks. I love late night walks. Yeah. Okay, next question from my girl Lydia. Lydia asks, what's your ideal first date? My ideal first. I think I've just answered the question. Like a simple dinner date, you know, nothing too fancy. I don't want to go to like 5-star hotel, something like that. Like no, it's just like a simple dinner date. Maybe not like a loud place, like maybe more like a quiet restaurant where we can like talk, you know, communicate and get to know each other. I want to talk about hobbies, I want to talk about movies, I want to talk about, you know, a lot of things, you know, to see if that has the potential to become an endless conversation for hours. Okay, next question. Jamie asked, how does dating feel different versus before transition? This is a very good question, but unfortunately, before my transition, I didn't really like date anybody. The only person I could have had dates with was a guy from my high school, and it wasn't even like a real relationship. It was just more like me trying to figure myself out. So I did that kind of situation, and he was a gay man, and I went on like 2 or 3 dates with him. It was just like a high school thing, you know, like it was really like not that serious, you know, and it was just not my thing. Like I don't know, it just did not feel right. Like I didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel like dating him. I didn't feel anything, to be honest. And ever since that relationship, that's when I realized that, okay, this is definitely not what I want in my life. I'm definitely something else. And I don't know what that was at the moment, because like at the time I still didn't have enough knowledge of like, you know, transgender, transition, those words, you know, like I had never heard of those words at a time in my life. It was until like later on when I was in college, and when I bumped into Gigi Gorgeous channel, and then I realized that, oh my god, like that was me, you know, that was me. And ever since then, I struggled for the next like 2 years or so, and then I came out as trans, and then I started my hormones, and then I started like actually like dating men. So my real dating life came so much later than like average people. So I can't really compare like the before and after, because there was really none before my transition when it comes to like dating. And that's why I was saying like all of my ex-boyfriends, they were all like straight men who saw me and respected me as a woman, and we had like really great and healthy relationship together, just like any other heterosexual couple, you know. Oh, I do have one more question. How do you tell guys that you are trans? I do want to put this question in like the future video. I do want to make one that's just about me telling guys I'm trans. So yeah, I guess I'll answer this question next time. Yeah, I guess that's it for today's video. It's 7 in the morning. The sun is coming out, so I'm gonna stop recording, and hopefully I'm not skipping any important points of this video. And thank you guys for tuning in. I apologize again for disappearing for 3 weeks. I'm finally back, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Good morning. Good morning. Garfield.